Hello, Iman, and let us see now what are the most recent developments inside the museum. Yes, Dina, a while ago, everyone has seen the press conference of the Prime Minister, and there has been a detailed discussion on the challenges overcome to build this Grand Egyptian Museum, this effigies, displaying historical treasures that has never been seen before by the world or visitors. This press conference featured panelists of the partners of building this effigies, and there has been a lengthy discussion on very prominent points on how it was built and constructed, the phases and the partnerships made for the final phase since 2002. For in 2 years, we will celebrate the 25-year ceremony of the establishment of the idea of the museum. The press conference also shed light on some very prominent points. Um, Causing the international and regional momentum on this museum. The main reason for this is related to the magnitude of this evidence. What is the point and what is the aim of building such architecture to gain such momentum and such position? Of course, the dividend that will come to Egypt, which is indicated and pointed out by the partners of building this museum, how it will promote cultural tourism and how it is going to provide a complete journey to the Egyptian civilization. And it is a modern method of combining all types of tourism, attracting tourists to cultural and recreational activities. Only 2 kilometers away from the Giza pyramids, which are painting a picture of a complete vision of the Egyptian civilization. We have noticed a very high number of international media, global media, attending the press conference, monitoring the views of those partners and the speech delivered by the Prime Minister about the phases of construction, and of course, all were praised. All throughout the phases of construction. Now we are only a few hours away from the start of the inaugural ceremony, long awaited by the entire world. From the media center, I find a lot of media and institutions attending to follow up and provide full coverage of this extraordinary event, which will include a large number of events. I would also like to point out to a different part distinguishing the Grand Egyptian Museum. In addition to being the greatest at a global level, it contains 100,000 artifacts, which exceeds the Louvre and metropolitan. It is based on technology, it's eco-friendly, and throughout the construction phases there has been a lot of emphasis on this matters, in the lighting and the solar panel usage, promoting the vision of sustainable development. It's also worth mentioning that there has been close monitoring and follow-up coverage by the international media, which dedicated spaces only for the coverage of the museum, such as the New York Times and Washington Post. Um, all here represented in the media center, dedicating spaces on their platforms for the museum, including, for example, who gave a bigger space for the economic dividend by this museum, and more space for this museum as a beacon for scholars and researchers and archaeologists interested in the Egyptian civilization, as it included 400 Egyptian and foreign experts.